Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Kepler 69c 345 Mathematics. And today I'm going to be teaching all of you something very special. We're going to be learning how to solve for the volume of rectangular prisms. Now, you might all know what a prism is. Do you see the pyramid in front of me? Pyramids are prisms. Yes. And this is the Great Pyramid of Giza. That's in the background. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, so finding the volume of rectangular prism. So you can see this is a rectangular prism. This is a rectangular prism. This is a cube, yes, which if you have two cubes together, you could get a rectangular prism. Well, that's possible. This is a cube. This is a rectangular prism. And you can see if you actually split a rectangular prism in half, you'll see that you create two cubes together. You see, there are two cubes together. It's the same here. If you split this rectangular prism in two, you'll get two cubes. Yes, and if you split this rectangular prism in half, you'll get two cubes. Now you might get that, okay? Now let's get started. Let's move on to the next slide. Yeah, so we're going to be learning how to solve for the volume of a rectangular prism. Yes, so let's see. The volume of a three-dimensional figure is the number of cubic units needed to fill the space inside the figure. A cubic unit is a cube with edges 1 unit long. A cubic centimeter is a cube with edges 1 centimeter long. Now you know what a centimeter is. Yes, it's like a small line. So, so we have here millimeters, and we have centimeters, and then we have meters, and then kilometers, okay? So here, the volume of a three-dimensional figure is the number of cubic units to fill the space inside the figure. Okay, take note of that. A cubic unit is a cube with edges. Cube with edges, about 1 unit long. Yes, and a cubic centimeter is a cube with edges 1 centimeter long. Okay? And this is the formula for solving the volume of a rectangular prism. Never forget about this formula. You might see that in my other videos, we also have formulas of other shapes like triangles. We have things about the Pythagorean theorem, you know, things like that. And of course, this formula is used to solve for rectangular prisms like this one. This is a rectangular prism. This is a rectangular rectangular prism. So here is a rectangular prism, okay? And this is the formula to solve it. This is the formula, okay? Yeah, this is the formula, okay? Okay, so let's now start solving problems with rectangular prisms, okay? Okay, so we have our first problem. Example 1 is find the volume of the rectangular prism. And we have a hint which says length is 3, the width is 4, and the height is 5. And make sure to always use this formula when you're solving for the volume of a rectangular prism. And you can see we have the dimensions clearly mentioned here. So this one, 3 is the length, 4 is the width, and 5 is the height. Okay, so for volume equals to length times width times height. So let's write down the formula here. Volume equals to length times width times height. So now let's substitute for that. The length is 3. The width is 4. And the height is 5. Now let's multiply those three together. Remember, length times width times height. So 3 times 4 is 12, times 5 is 60. So the volume of this rectangular prism is 60. The volume is equal to 60. Now we can say like 60 meters, maybe. Yeah. So we're doing great. And of course, make sure that when you're solving for the volume of a rectangular prism, always make sure that you use the formula. And let me show you the formula. Once again, the formula is volume equals to length times width times height. Okay? And always look out for the hints because they'll show you everything, the exact dimensions to help you solve for the volume, okay? Now let's move on to the next problem. Okay, so here in this next example, we have find the volume of the rectangular prism shown below. The hint here shows that the length is 10, the width is 7, and the height is 6. And then, of course, the formula is right here. So we have 10 is the length, 7 is the width, and of course, 6 is the height. Okay? So we have, well, let me change the color here so we can make it easier to see. Okay. Let's put 10 as the length. Width, let me change the color here. Yeah, the width is 7. And the height is 6. Okay, so now remember what we have to do. We can now start solving. But let's write down the formula. Volume equals to, let me change the color here. Length, okay, times the width, okay, times the height. Okay, now we can start substituting. Okay, sorry about that. It's just that it's winter time over here. Yeah, everyone's getting sick. Okay, so now you have 10 times with the width. The width is 7. Yes, so then we have times 6 with which is the height. 6 is the height. And now we can do this. Volume equals to, okay, 10 times 7 is 70. 70 times 6 equals to 420. So the volume is equal to 420. Okay, now you all get it, right? So this is how you solve for the volume of a rectangular prism. So I'm showing you exactly how to solve for it. Remember, you have volume equals to length times width times height. And then you use that formula and then you substitute for the numbers and then you multiply them all together and then you get your final result for the volume, okay? I'm just reminding all of you guys how to solve it. Yes. And what I want to tell you guys is that I have autism spectrum disorder. Yes, unfortunately I do. So I kind of get sensitive sometimes to loud noises, flashing colors, things like that. But I'm also extremely smart. In fact, I'm already in GT in high school. Okay, now let's review. So remember, the volume of a three-dimensional figure is the number of cubic units needed to fill the space inside, okay? To fill the space inside the figure. And a cubic unit is a cube with edges 1 unit long. That's the word unit, 1 unit long. A cubic centimeter is a cube with edges 1 centimeter long. Okay? And make sure to use the formula here to solve for that, okay? And remember, here we have the length. Here is the width. And this is the height, okay? Never forget that because if you do, you will not succeed, okay? And remember, to find the volume of a rectangular prism, have the formula volume equals to length times height times width, or volume equals to length times width times height. Okay? Make sure to remember this. Okay, but anyways, that is all for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And so also give this video a like if you felt interested. So I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone.